Hello, everyone. It's Jen with J Vinco here, bringing you another Journal with Me video. I forgot to wave. I don't know why. I never wave at the beginning of my videos, but I'm waving at you now. How's that? I'm doing journaling today, yes, in this video for Saturday, March 12th through Tuesday, March 15th. And just starting to find some items that I want on those days. That Saturday was a really good day, so I was excited to document that day. Um, we actually have had kind of a difficult person living on our street, and they were moving out that day, and we had no idea that that was happening. Not always gonna get along with everybody or be everyone's cup of tea, and it's just better that, they're moving on and we can move on too. I think they're making things uncomfortable for a lot of people on our street. So that was a kind of a relief. It's not fun to feel uncomfortable where you live. I'm sure, you guys might have had something happen like that in your life at some point, and it's a relief to get that situation to be over with. So there I put that guy doing a backflip, and then wanted to put that washi tape there, of course. So I had to lift that up to get the tape on there. That sticker didn't want to stick on that washi tape after the fact, so I didn't leave it on camera. But just so you know, I did have to put glue on the part of that sticker that was on top of the washi tape. It's kind of waxy and smooth, as you probably know. So then it would stick. I kept wanting to make that yes, yes, yes fit on there, but ultimately I didn't end up using it on this spread, so I'll just use it on something else. I found that notepad piece of paper with the different colors down it in a Happy Planner accessory book. It was a budget book of stickers, and it has little notepad things in it as well. And I actually got that sticker book when we were up in the mountains for vacation last summer, just at the Walmart when I stopped to pick up bait. Of course, I was like, oh, look, you know, planner supplies, scrapbooking supplies. So I made a little detour when I was picking up the fish bait, and it worked out. So they were on clearance. It was $5 for that Happy Planner book, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Um, Also, cutting out printables from one of my sheets. They are at my Etsy shop, and that is linked below in the description box. But those both came the Saturday, and that lightning with the 12 on it came from my 80s sheet set of printables. And so I'm really enjoying using those. It's fun to just pick something and throw it on there and be done with it. And I like the way they look. So it's turning out well for me. Um, and that Saturday, that's in a font called Neon or something like that, that kind of matched that theme. So right there, I wanted to put that lightning bolt through the middle of the word March just for, I don't know, just to make it look different. So I just was trying to figure out how much space I needed in between the letters there and doing that on a little scratch paper on the side. And then just gluing that in. Those numbers I just printed on paper, so I just cut out whatever I need and I use a glue stick and glue them in. The images I have printed on sticker paper, as I said in a previous video, those are on sticker paper, so I can just cut them out, peel them off, and use them. And so that one is just the silhouette of that very 80s roller skater move, doing the little crouching touch your toe thing. Um, I really like that. It's kind of funny and just it totally reminds me of the 80s. So I just threw that in there next to it, at the bottom. So on that day, I do talk about neighbor moving out, and then we also went to In-N-Out, which is not a healthy accomplishment, In-N-Out Burger, but they came to our state sometime in the, I don't know, I guess in the last 2 years, I think, and we've waited like a whole year for the closest location to just like chill out before we go over there and get the food. So we decided to go over there and try it, and it was good. And actually, I don't really, this is controversial, but I don't really care about shakes that much. Oh, there's Tim. He's attacking me with his hand. I don't really care about shakes that much, but their chocolate shake was really good. It's like cold chocolate mousse, but it's light at the same time. I don't know, it's really good. So I didn't even order a shake. I really just stole Tim's, and it was maybe it was that much better because I stole it. I don't know. He didn't really care about it that much, so let's see. We really shared it. I don't want you to think I'm, not nice. We shared it anyway. Um, I liked that notepad sheet that I glued down on the side because then I like to have little sections for different things that I'm going to write about sometimes. I think that's a fun way to break up the page. So then I wrote about some different things in there. Um, let's see, I wrote about how we played Machi Koro, that card game that we play a lot, but Vincent did not play. He's my oldest son. He's 15. I think he's found the secret to that game, and he is kind of, bored by it because he knows how to win pretty easily. And so he doesn't usually play that with us anymore. But I still like it. I still find it fun. Maybe I just like to eat the same thing every day and play the same game every day. So that's just me. That one that I'm writing in with the caterpillar there is about slumber party. So sometimes Tim, my significant other, will have a little quote unquote slumber party where he and my 7-year-old they stay up late just hanging out, the two of them usually, and watch a movie and make popcorn and play a couple video games or whatever. They usually just stay up until like 10:30 or 11 and call it a slumber party. Oh, and he usually has an air mattress on the floor there to sit on and make it fun. So they did that night. And there I am showing you my Canon IV printer. I can print journal-sized photos on that. It's kind of like a Sprocket, or there's other types on the market. I like this one. If you can see there, I have two different images on that sheet. And I think with Sprocket and some of the other ones, you have to use an app like PicStitch to be able to put more than one photo per sheet. But with that Canon Ivy printer, the app that I have that came with the printer, or that you use with that printer, it has a collage function, so you can print, you know, 4 or even 6, but they'd be really tiny photos per page, and you can decide how you want them laid out, which picture you want bigger, or um, you can modify each picture in that collage so that they turn out the way you want them to. So I thought that was really handy. Up at the top, I put party time because Vincent's grandma, on his dad's side, had a birthday party, so he went to that day. And using my spring printable cutouts right there for the date in the corner. Oh, I like those. They really make things easier. So, and then I just hand lettered March tiny next to the flower just to make things easier. And then they're similar to using that notepad, that multicolored notepad sheet of paper. I'm just using a shape sticker from that shape book to break up a little journaling space for a particular item. Um, and that washi tape, and I used some from the same package on the other page. That is the tape I got from Michaels. I think I mentioned it in my last video. It was on sale. It was on clearance for $5 down from 20 a couple weekends ago. So I was excited to use that. I liked those two colors together. And the teal kind of matched the flower I used in the corner too. So, and that pot, that it all matches. It all goes together. Sometimes I like to match things and sometimes I don't. I rarely match my socks because I usually can't find the same sock twice. Anyway, um, There's a throwback. That ruler that I'm using in this video is from when I was in middle school, I think. So it's been around for a long time. I don't know how it's still around. Um, so I'm again making a little journaling square for something in particular. That's where, ding, 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 the title of my video is coming in. I'm going to talk about coconut curry soup in that square. And then the photo, that photo paper, there is a photo of my son's tank that he drew in art class. So, I mean, bad timing with a war going on in the Ukraine, but he started drawing that in January, and it was just a photorealistic project. So he just wanted to draw that, and thought it turned out awesome. And so I took a picture of it. And above that coconut curry soup box is that bird shirt that I posted in my Etsy shop. Again, linked below in the description box. I just posted that one. It's got the bird from my spring set um, image, and it's funny. so, um, so yeah, that coconut curry soup. So we got Hello Fresh. We just wanted to try it. This is not a sponsored video or anything. We wanted to try it to come up with some new dinner ideas and just see if it was easier. And they had this Thai coconut curry soup, and it is awesome. And I hadn't really, I mean, I just kind of picked it randomly, but it was fantastic. And so I've been trying to duplicate it because you can't just order whatever you want. It has to be what's available. And um, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I picked the wrong kind of curry at the store, and I don't know, some other wrong ingredients probably, and it did not turn out well the first attempt. We've already done a second attempt actually to duplicate, and um, the second attempt was better, but still not quite there. So who knows how many more times we're going to try it? Probably a lot. I like to try and figure out how to make things sometimes, and so we'll try again. We'll see what happens, but it's really good. If you end up trying it, it's worth it. Um, there, I am starting on Monday, March 14th, and did kind of a monochromatic pink, even though it's not really my, you know, pink is not my favorite color or anything, but I just wanted to put those pink galoshes in there, and I was like, I'll just make it all pink, and that's that's how my brain works. So, and now I am just digging through a basket of collage. So what happens with my collage is I will cut things out of magazines, and I have all of these little photo boxes, little plastic containers to put different types in with like big words, small words, kid related, patterns, people, food, pets or animals. And I have a miscellaneous box. So but I have that basket as well because when I go through and harvest a bunch of collage pictures, I don't necessarily organize them all into the boxes at that point. So there's always um, a bunch just waiting to be put away. So sometimes I just dig through the basket and find stuff. On this day, Monday, that was the first day of spring break. And so Drake, my 7-year-old, was signed up to go to like an art camp. And that was really exciting because he hasn't done a lot of in person stuff in the last couple years, and he hasn't been sick in the last 2 years either. And that morning he woke up and he was really sniffly. And I was like, well, maybe it's okay. Maybe he's just, having little allergies, or maybe he's been sniffing his blanket too much because he sniffs his blanket all the time. Um, but no, he was getting a cold. Um, when we picked him up from the art class, he sounded more congested, and that was a bummer. So that phone, the flip phone, we got him a little emergency burner phone in case, I don't know, it was kind of weird to take him somewhere and just leave him there. We haven't done that really. And so I wanted him to have a way to get a hold of us. And he thought it was really exciting to have a phone. So win win. Um, and it is just a really funny, like, flip phone. I don't know, takes you back a few years. Um, so just hand lettering and writing about the spring break camp. And on that hexagon sticker, I'm just writing about that phone. Um, so yeah, the I really like the collage on this page. I like, that I happened to find some guy holding a big magnifying glass. That was really, you know, opportune. And then the pattern down the side, I like to use colorful pattern paper sometimes. Um, just brings some interest. That hamburger, I'm writing about how we had turkey burgers that night. So the other good thing about HelloFresh is that we have just kind of, opened our eyes to some different things that we wouldn't typically cook, but they're, pretty normal things like a turkey burger. We just didn't really do that before. And the way they make it and using fry seasoning and stuff was really good. So we decided to just start making those on our own. Gosh, it really sounds like I am sponsoring HelloFresh, doesn't it? I just think sometimes it's really nice to not have to think much about what you're cooking. You just read the instructions and throw it together. Sometimes meal planning can be just like a kind of a pain and it gets repetitive, and so it's nice to do some different stuff. I think it has alleviated some, minor stress around here. Oh, there's my note. My camera stopped recording. So half of the next page was already put together. So, so just to be safe and responsible, I took Drake for a COVID test that morning, which didn't go as well as I would hope. So I just took him over there by myself, and he climbed up into the front seat when they came out to hand us the test. So he just had to, like spit into this little vial thing, and I had him grab the vial and take the cap off to so that I wouldn't contaminate it. And immediately he dropped the open vial in between the seat and the console. So uh, who knows what it was what it was not infected with. Something else probably got in there from the car, maybe some bubonic plague or whatever. That who knows what they were going to find in there. So we had to ask for another vial, but they were nice about it. There was no one else there waiting, so it was good timing. Um, in there, I also wrote about um, the kids both have newer bikes, and so they got out and rode those for a few minutes, and then I read until like 1:15 in the morning, and that wasn't a good idea for me. But and so those are my pages for those few days in March. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back soon with more journaling for you guys. Take care.